Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Backbone Podcast, where common sense still makes sense in a world that is sick and only getting sicker. And the video I'm going to show you is going to make you sick. It's going to prove how sick this world is. And it's going to prove that no matter what you do, no matter what conversations you have, how much fucking money you spend, no matter how many jobs you create, how many schools you build, how many jails you build, no matter how much public housing, no matter what, how much you grovel, there's a certain element in this country. There's a certain element around the world now, unfortunately, because it's spread, that cannot be fixed by voting, by protesting, or by any means other than this is a video, and it's hard to believe that this is real life. I've watched it once. I saw this video. I heard about this video earlier today, and Jason Whitlock actually showed this video on his Harmony channel. I was not able to find it anywhere else but on Whitlock's channel. So we're going to on Whitlock's Twitter page. So we're going to use this for educational purposes, of course. And I'm going to show you Whitlock's reaction to it. Jason Whitlock, if you do not know, is a black man himself. He is a sports writer, and I like him. I like he's kind of on the level. His reaction to this was telling, because this is something that you really must be prepared for. I cannot emphasize enough how disturbing this video is. This is a pregnant woman with her 9-year-old son who's being bullied by a gang of vermin. I believe she also had a daughter with her. And I'm going to let you watch this and decide for yourself if we're the same.
Come on, blood! Shamar looking at Shamar! Come here! What you want, Shamar, foot? Shamar, foot, what you want, Shamar? Shamar looking at Come on! Look at them ankles, blood! Shamar looking at Julia!
Why is this my phone?
Hey, foot, don't touch my brother, foot.
Why? Don't touch me. Oh, hell no, those ankles ashy as fuck.
Look at them bitches, man, crackhead! Other bitches, Lauren. What's that? Oh my God,
We're not in here. The little kids in there, not the big kids. The big kids not touching them. I'm saying,
the little one. Also, smash that bitch on my brother. Damn! Crack, damn! Hey, fool, let my homie go. Let my motherfucking homie go. Let my motherfucking Beat his ass, Joe! Damn! They working it! Damn! Oh my God!
I'd heard about the video. I hadn't seen it. Oh, man. Man, I don't know what to say. Well, what do we do, Corey?
What do we do? What can you do? Those were not, you don't see this type of behavior in the animal kingdom. These are supposed to be human beings that we're looking at. I saw vermin. I saw rats attacking cheese. When are we going to now? Listen, I wanted to show you that clip of Whitlock because those are two black guys there. The other black guy was like one of these Jesus freak Protestants who says we have to get Jesus involved. I don't think Jesus wants anything to do with this. This is not a situation that can be helped. We've allowed these people to run roughshod over Western society. They can't handle it. They cannot handle the freedoms that this society privileges. And they go absolutely apeshit. And look what's going on here. These are children, or supposedly, quote unquote, children, that went on full-blown fucking attack. And who knows if this woman is who knows if that child that's in her, that unborn child is, who the fuck knows? I'm literally speechless. I didn't know if I wanted to do this video today because it's on a level of, it's not black fatigue anymore. It's to the point of black survival. Because nothing is going to fix this. There's no program out there. There's no amount of money. There's no voting this stuff out. You could pray to God all you want. You could go to the preachers and the churches and all this bullshit and say, "Oh, come on, we need to educate these kids more." What the fuck? They were coming from school. And those schools are like war zones. That is a fucking war zone. That's in Chicago. And the incredible thing about that whole video was the fact that there wasn't one person in that neighborhood that came to help. Not one. Where I grew up, and unfortunately it's changed, which is heartbreaking. That, first of all, that would have never happened because us kids, we were assholes and we busted balls. We would never like that. Never. This is the disintegration of a society. It always happens from within. And it always happens when you bring the lesser in to a great society. They can't fucking handle the responsibilities of being in this society. They just can't do it. They didn't create it. They were brought in here. We all know why. And they should have been sent back. This is not an issue of cultures, or this is an issue that is ingrained in how people just are. They are just like this. The bullshit saying that people are people, no, it's, I just proved to you that it's not. And those weren't adults. Those weren't teenagers. Those were supposedly children. Those are like 9, 10-year-old kids. Those were kids that were going to that other boy's class. And they fucking fucked that family up with no remorse. And they were laughing. You heard that kid videotaping recording the whole thing. There is no remorse. There is no civility here. What are you going to do? Talk to their parents? They probably don't have a dad. 80% don't have dads. Their mothers are probably just like that woman. That's probably her third kid with a third different guy. Those kids who attacked her probably are living in the same situation. Some of them are homeless. Some of them are living in boarding houses. Some of them are living in motels. And Democrats want to bring that element into your neighborhood because diversity is our strength. Bull fucking shit. Where's the strength in that? You want that going to school with your kids? You know, this new term called chimping out. I mean, to me, this was more like hyenas. You know, the primates they're supposed to be intelligent beings. They fight over territory. They fight over mating, of course, but not killing each other. These people wanted to kill that kid and that woman, and they might have killed that baby. I don't know where this leads. I don't know where this goes. We have so many enemies coming from all directions. And we just feel like if we throw money at the situation, we throw empathy at the situation, we throw, dialogue at the situation, it'll get better. It's not fucking working. It's been like this since the 60s. It's over 60 years since the Great Society that it's been downhill with no improvement in sight. Zero. Look at your educational system. Look at any of your inner cities. Just look. If you have the gall and a full tank of gas and a fast car, drive through some of these neighborhoods and tell me that you would want to live there. Tell me that you would want that element in your neighborhood going to school with your kids. It was important for me to show Whitlock's reaction because he's black. And that has to rip his heart out. And you saw it. The guy was almost crying on his show. Normally I would say, well, that's their problem. Unfortunately, their problem is right around the corner from us. I don't know where we go from here. I don't think there's no peaceful or rational way to solve this issue. I really don't. I'm not saying we got to round them all up and, but I mean, where do we go from here? That's a whole new generation of them. And they're going to grow up. And by the time they're 15, 16 years old, they're going to have kids of their own, right? Because they're going to follow the same cycle as their parents did, and their parents and their parents and their parents before them. And they're going to create monsters like them. I don't know. We can blame this all on the boomers. We can blame this all on the boomers and say they fucked everything up, and they did. You could blame my generation for saying, fuck it, I don't want to be bothered. Because we should have been bothered. Had we known this in the 1990s, that it would be like this 30 years later, we wouldn't have a 77-year-old or 80-year-old president that we have now. I don't believe that. And I think a whole lot of things would be different. A whole lot of things are changing. The way people are reacting to things now. 20 years ago, you would never hear people going on social media and saying the things that they're saying today. We have this great awakening. Okay, it's great that people's eyes are finally open to what some of us had been seeing since the mid-90s, early 2000s. But now it's getting to the point where it's scary. Now it's getting to the point where you don't know if a bunch of 8-year-olds are going to attack you. Like they do in these poor neighborhoods in Brazil. If you ever go to Brazil, there are neighborhoods, I forget what they call them, but there are neighborhoods that the cops don't even go into because they have these marauding 7-8-year-old kids, and they look just like those kids they're not the white Brazilians, just saying. And they carry guns and knives, and they'll surround you, and they'll say, give me your money or we'll kill you. And if you don't give them, they'll fucking kill you. And they won't find your body for weeks because nobody goes in those towns. That's what we're turning into today in this country. We didn't bring the third world in here. That's not third world behavior. That is vermin. That's how rats react. And you can't negotiate with rats. They're pests. You have to get rid of them. I don't know, my friends. I don't know where we go from here. If you give the solution, people say that you're racist, you're threatening, you're this, you're that. You know what? I don't even give a shit anymore. Something has to be done. Something just has to be done. These streets must be cleaned. Our society has to be cleansed. I mean, it's just one of those. It's got to happen. The time for putting it on some preacher's table or pulpit, I should say, or throwing money at it, with programs and more schooling and special education, all this stuff. It's not fucking working. It's just not working. So it's time to come up with different ideas, harder ideas that people are probably not going to like, but ideas that might work. And there's my 2 cents. All right. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Remember, my friends, Satan was busy and he was just on display there. Oh, that was awful. Be a man, have a backbone, because masculinity and common sense are worth standing up for. And just remember, if it ends in an ism, it's a mental disorder. We'll see you later.